Welcome and good morning. Thank you very much. This is installment 3 of House of Pain. I am the common man, Dan Cole, joined with Dennis Thompson, who's the founder of the ARP Wave Clinic here in the Twin Cities. And Dennis, good to see you again this morning.
Good seeing you, Common.
ARP Wave, first of all, let's, in a nutshell, sort of tell people what you're all about. It's the way I would describe it, maybe you can just say that's exactly right or tweak it a little bit. Injury rehabilitation and prevention
Absolutely.
is what you're about.
Yep.
And explain what that means when we say injury, rehab and prevention. Give us an example of injuries. Me, when I first came involved with you, I had what we call golfer's elbow, where there was pain on the inside. I'm a right-handed golfer at my right elbow, and it would tweak while I played golf. And not just that, but afterwards it would stay sore. And this went on even after the golf season was over. I got this late October, early November of last year. Probably part of the problem is playing golf in November. What crazy person is doing that? But then it just stayed with me through, even when I stopped playing golf, through November, December, January, and then I ran into you at the golf show.
Mm-hmm. Well, again, you didn't have an elbow problem. You had pain in the elbow.
Yes.
But where the problem was coming from was a lax biceps tendon, and it wasn't allowing the muscles to absorb the force, so the force went directly to your elbow. Where you feel the pain is where it ended, not where it's coming from. And what we did at the clinic is we found out where it's coming from and then quickly resolved the problem. The name of the clinic is Accelerated Recovery Performance, and that speaks exactly what we do. We accelerate the recovery from any type of injury.
Last week we discussed the ARP Wave device, which you use in your system, and I'm using it, step 3 of the system. Explain the difference between the ARP and all other electrical stimulation devices used in therapy, because there are others that are used, and a lot of people look at your system and think, oh, it's an electrical, stimulation device.
Correct, and everybody asks the same question. And the difference is this. All other electrical devices, pretty much right now, are alternating current. Alternating current is not harmonious to the body. And what I mean by that is when you put alternating current into the body, it sends a neurological signal to your muscles to protect you. So the muscles contract violently to protect you. So, example, if I put a electrical current on your bicep, your tricep would contract at the same time your bicep did, preventing you from moving. What the ARP does, and it's patented, it has a unique waveform. It is direct current. That's not the thing that makes it unique. What makes it unique is there's a neurological waveform, direct current, which doesn't send that alarm signal, so now you can move. Now, traditional therapy done by anyone in traditional medicine with traditional devices like galvanic or interferential or Russian stim, the kind that you're going to see in your doctor's office, when you turn that on, the protocol is you turn it on, the patient gives you an indication of discomfort, you turn the power down just a little bit, and you just have them sit there. The reason for that is you can't move if both muscles are contracting at the same time. With the ARP, if you remember, what we did is we had you move actively. And I believe the key to everything we do is letting you move. Because if you can't move, you're obviously not going to heal very quickly.
I know that, and we've actually had an elite athlete on last week. We'll talk to another National Hockey League player on the show today. But you've worked on some of the most elite athletes in the world, and I'm sure listeners are thinking, well, yeah, if you're playing in the National Hockey League or Major League Baseball, the NFL, you got a lot of money, you can afford this system. Is the ARP Wave system affordable for, the regular old Joe out there?
Oh, of course. As a matter of fact, the common misconception is that we treat only elite athletes, and that's the furthest thing from the truth. They get the notoriety and the credibility, but the reality is 70 to 80% of our patients are the average Joe, the person usually who's gone to the Mayo Clinic or has gone to a different doctor, and they just haven't gotten results. We call them last resort patients. And then there's patients that are referred by our normal clientele that know what we did for them, they tell other people. And we can basically work on anyone. And it's incredibly, incredibly inexpensive compared to all other forms of therapy.
Well, like, for instance, I know we've talked about this before. hip replacement is going to cost you a lot of money. People think your insurance pays for it. Doesn't pay for the whole thing, though.
No, and, again, another misconception is that, if you're going to have hip replacement, let's just say it's $40,000, and let's say your insurance is an 80-20 plan, that means 20% of that $40,000 is coming out of your pocket. That's $8,000. In addition to that, you've got a copay. In addition to that, you've got a deductible. So that's quite a large chunk of money, anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000. We're going to solve the problem and prevent the $40,000 expenditure to the insurance company, prevent you from paying $8,000 out of your pocket for a fraction of that.
People are saying, too good to be true. Can you guarantee your results?
Absolutely. We do guarantee the results, and we're the only people that I know that do, because we know what we can do. And our theory is that if we find the origin of your problem, your symptoms will vanish. Everyone else is working on your symptoms. Your origin gets worse.
On the pain-free guarantee, what kind of people can you work on most anybody? Can you solve everything, or are there certain injuries that you just say it's kind of out of our realm?
Well, I believe all injury and all pain is caused from an inability to absorb force. So the bottom line is we believe we can work on anything, whether you're an incomplete CV, you're a paraplegic, quadriplegic, or you're somebody that just sprained an ankle. Again, if you have pain, that's simply a neurological signal to the muscle to protect you. And that pain, basically, once we find out where the origin of that signal is coming from, we can, in most cases, get rid of that pain. Now, we rate pain just like anybody else does on a scale of 1 to 10. 10's excessively uncomfortable. 1 and 2, you can carry on your life very, very nicely and have an active, high quality of life. We guarantee you, no matter what level of pain you're in right now, that we'll get you to a 1 or a 2 or none. And if we can't, basically we'll continue to work on you at no charge until we do.
Offer for the listeners that are listening right now from the ARP Wave Clinic, correct? You have a special offer for them?
Yes, we do, and we've had just tremendous success from the show. Lots of questions, lots of people contacting the clinic, and because of that, we decided to offer any listener who says, yeah, I wonder if they can help me, but I don't want to pay just to find out if they can help us. We're offering this, that come into the clinic, we'll give you an evaluation at no charge whatsoever. We'll show you exactly where the origin of your problem is, and it's going to be nowhere near where you think it is. So if your knee hurts and it's been diagnosed as patella tendonitis and everybody's treating your knee, I guarantee you that is not where the problem is going to be. So we're going to show you that at absolutely no cost, and then you can make your decision based on fact.
The show is The House of Pain. That's Dennis Thompson. I'm the common man, Dan Cole. This is week 3 of the show, Sunday mornings at 7 o'clock. If you have questions for us that you'd like on the air, you can go in upcoming shows. Email those questions to me, common@kfan.com or to arpwave.com. Or if you'd just like to inquire questions confidentially with Dennis and his staff, you can do so at arpwave.com. Now, we still got 20, 25 minutes left in the show. Plenty to get to, including we have an interview with Matt Cullen, who plays for the Carolina Hurricanes, played his college hockey at St. Cloud State and his high school hockey from Moorhead. He's originally from Moorhead. We'll talk with him and about what the ARP Wave system has done for him. Then you're going to grill me a little bit and find out what it's done for me and my golfer's elbow, and we'll get to some questions that we've had emailed to us. All that and much more to come here on House of Pain, here Sunday morning on The Fan.
You're listening to the House of Pain on The Fan.
There is a better way to deal with pain and injury, and you can find it at the ARP Wave Clinic. The ARP Wave Clinic works on the principle that joint problems, some tears, sprains, fractures, or repetitive task injuries are caused by muscles not properly absorbing the force. Let me explain that. The muscles of your body are driven and controlled by electricity, and when they're injured, you develop a type of a short circuit, if you will. ARP Wave locates the actual origin of that short circuit, and it's often not where you think it would be, and then it rapidly repairs it. The ARP Clinic treats the most elite athletes in the world. Just imagine what the clinic could do for you. And the results are guaranteed. That's right, guaranteed. You'll increase your ability to absorb force, and that will eliminate your pain and improve your quality of life. There is a better way to deal with pain and injury. The ARP Wave Clinic. Go to KFAN.com, keyword pain, for more on ARP Wave or arpwave.com.